We're back here on the platform, and we are speaking about the Youth Empowerment Program today. And joining us is Christopher Curry, who is one of the leaders of the program. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Tell us what you've been about.
Well, my name is Christopher Curry. I graduated head boy of Aquinas College, graduated with honors. I currently serve as the president of the Youth Empowerment Program Student Association. This year, we've taken the association to new heights and new measures, beyond measures. This year, we took the program into Abaco and Elutha this year. The program is there, it's getting ready for the new school year, and it's booming. This year we introduced the new Student Association Constitution and Bylaws, which governs the body of the Student Association, holding the officers and members of the Student Association accountable and transparent. So that's what we're about.
What got you involved in the program initially?
Initially, friends, my friends influenced me. And when I came into the program, it was just, okay, it's another program and this and that. But over, I think it was about 2 weeks, 2 weeks into the program, I was like, wow, this is a very serious and powerful program. Because with other youth programs, like Ms. McKinsey said, it's like they have like a bias. There's some type of bias. And within our society today, we have this thing among young people that government school and private school, there's this big bridge and
rivalry.
Yeah, and with the Youth Empowerment Program, they like she said, it bridges it. It comes together. We come together as one, and we just vibe. We just vibe together.
Just vibe together. And you learn these words like vibe and what they mean. And so, how long are you going to be president of the?
Well, my term ends in September.
Okay.
In September, when the new president gets elected.
What have you achieved so far?
Well, so far, like I said, my most accomplishment, my most famous accomplishment would be the first constitution and bylaws of the Student Association.
Okay.
And that's my legacy to the Youth Empowerment Program.
That's pretty good. That's good going. But you should remain in as a mentor, right?
That's all.
Are you going to do that?
When I come back, because I got a $25,000 scholarship to Niagara College from the Youth Empowerment Program.
Okay.
So.
Niagara College is in Canada, isn't it?
Yes,
I understand it's a very good college. I spoke with one of the recruiters the other day. And Williams, you are going to college as well?
Yes, I plan to go spend my first 2 years at the University of Bahamas, and I also was a recipient of a scholarship to Niagara College. So depending on how life works out, I may transfer from UB to Canada.
To Canada.
Yes, sir.
In the boondocks of Canada. All right. Niagara College. I understand it's a very good environment for young people. Now, how many of your friends have recruited people for YP, for the Youth Empowerment Program? Do you do that? Do you go about inviting young people to join the program?
Well, in CV Bethel, everybody says, oh, Kavala's that guy in YEP, because I'm always talking about it or putting up posters inside of guidance, advertising the events, trying to get more exposure for the program. And whenever we have like a club day, a club fair, YEP will be there. I'll be trying to get everybody to go to the table, telling everybody, well, hey, come join, you see what I've got from working hard in the program, so you could be in my shoes.
It makes you a focused young man, as I said earlier on, and does it help you in your academics, in your schoolwork?
Yes, it does. Well, before I got in serious in the program, like in grade 9 or 10, I've seen that if you put stuff off or you slack off, then it's gonna build up and it's gonna be pressure and stuff. And for YP, I'm not. If I was to like slack off with making my speech or preparing for the debate, I know that I wouldn't be prepared for these type of events. So it showed me that you always have to be on top or ahead of your game in order to stand out and achieve.
You know, Gabrielle McKinsey, we hear a lot about young people who lack discipline in the country. To what extent the Youth Empowerment program is about bringing a higher level of discipline among our youth?
Well, Mr. Jones, I'll tell you this. Initially, at the beginning of the year, it's rough. It's very rough. I say this because students are excited. A lot of them, like the students here would have said, join because of their friends. They don't have a focus. It's just, oh, we just come here as a social, as a happy hour, per se. But we have a curriculum, and we also had something called Words of the Week.
Words of the week.
Words of the week, or words or phrases, it would be. And I believe it was maybe the second week, but I know it was definitely within the first 5 weeks, one of our words was perspective. So as a mentor and a part of the team, we would have to give these students these words and help them to understand what it means. So we would get our districts together, settle them down. And I remember telling the students perspective, and I asked them to repeat the word with me. And what I would do before I give them the definition, I would have them, some volunteers, stand up. Tell me what you think it means. What does it mean to you? And I would help them to understand that you're not here by accident. You had a certain perspective of YEP, an attitude towards it, how you view something. Our job is to get you to change that perspective if it was a negative one. It may have just been that you came here for some social, to hang out with your friends, but we want you to know that there is more, that we want you to get the most of this program, to be exposed to the opportunities that these students here got. We want you to know that there is life after high school, and we want you to be prepared for it. You often hear employers say, the young people are not ready to work. That's our job, to get them ready, to help them over this bridge, over that hurdle. And coming into the program, they take it as a joke, everybody's laughing, but at the end of the program, we produce these products. Accepted into colleges, we help them compile portfolios to get ready. Take those with you. Resume writing, job readiness skills, what to do and what not to do in an interview. We have an entire day where we have speakers come, they job shadowed. Some of them got to job shadow people like the Attorney General. Ms. Sherman would have, I believe, job shadowed the Attorney General, some of the most highest and prominent positions in our country. I don't see that happening anywhere else. And all the young people in this country need to be exposed to is opportunity. The Youth Empowerment Program provides opportunity because it brings professionals from every level, every different aspect of society, and they give selflessly to the program and bring out the best. I tell you, Wendell, Mr. Jones, a lot of...
I'm just as old as you.
A lot of these kids, they come from broken homes, broken backgrounds. When you hear the stories, I mean, you just want to shout to the heavens and say, Jesus, have mercy. And they become like your own, and you just embrace them and you help to lift them up, and it's a warming feeling. I tell you, it's a warming feeling knowing that you've impacted the life of someone that could be out here being a menace to society.
Let's hear from Chris Curry. That is a tremendous testimony that she just gave about the Youth Empowerment Program. Have you experienced that?
That's all. I mean, that's hard to come behind, you know. But the Youth Empowerment Program, like she says, it's a holistic program. It does not just build you academically, but it builds the whole person. And I think that we need more of that in our country. Because like she said, is we have a lot of kids, or a lot of my peers that come from broken homes, broken families. And I think that's the main problem in our country. That's the menace in our society.
Yeah, dysfunctional.
Yes, the family structure. And YAP focuses on the family structure, because Mr. Monroe doesn't just involve the kids. the parents come along too. They have a parent day. The parents could come in the district and see what's going on. We have a new app, the only youth organization in this region to have a application to see what's going on. So it's holistic. It's holistic. It does not just focus on the person, the individual in the organization, but those in the society. Like Gabrielle said, it's with most of the events of YP, we invite the public to come in. We don't just block out the other people, like some organizations do, but we let everyone in we share our goodness. We share what God has blessed us with, and we share it up. So that's my view on it.
You agree with that, I'm sure. And the tremendous amount of good that is coming out of the Youth Empowerment Program benefiting your friends. But Gabrielle McKenzie talked about perspective and how important it is to have a perspective. One of the problems that I find in the Bahamas is that young people don't know the Bahamas. They don't know our country. They don't know, for instance, they're not involved deeply in Bahamian culture. And they are mimicking what is happening outside the Bahamas, the American lifestyle or the Jamaican lifestyle. People say they like the Jamaican music because they like the beat, yes? The reggae music, or they like the rap music coming out of North America. Let's talk about perspective and the kind of perspectives that you can get about the Bahamian perspective. Yes?
Well, personally, I'm open to the other cultures of the United States and the Caribbean, but I feel like the Bahamian culture is just so different. You could compare the other cultures to each other, but you can't compare rake and scrape to any other type of music. Like me personally, I have a whole Ronnie Butler playlist on my phone because I just love the way the music sounds. It's really different from other sorts of cultures, and the food even, conch salad. And when I've like traveled to Canada through the college, but I was talking to a Canadian, I was talking about like conch salad and conch fries, and they was like, conch, you eating a raw? What's that? What's conch? And then I was like, see, it's a lot that we have that we might not find, a youth might not find special, but then other people around the world wish they would be able to leave where they are and come here. So I don't understand why we would want to leave this blessing and this paradise, or foreigners call it, to go and venture off into a foreign man's land, where we think just because we see like rappers with their money and diamonds and stuff, we think it's all good in the States, but then we don't know the depths of the problems or whatever they face in there, and we think it's hard here. It's even worse out there.
Yeah, we want to talk about cultural appreciation, the appreciation of our culture. Are these things being taught in the Youth Empowerment Program?
It's definitely being taught. The Youth Empowerment Program, like I said, it's holistic. We focus on everything. And one of the things is how we touch on culture. Firstly, when the program starts, everybody's getting prepared for what we call Wacky Day.
Wacky Day, what is that?
Wacky Day. It's a day where districts come together and they compete. Everybody wants to be the most vibrant district. It's t-shirt competitions, it's banner competition, and that's what brings out our culture. We give the students time to be creative in the different junk canoe, creation of the banners and the t-shirts, to bring forth what it is, the skills that they have, so that we can see, because at the end of the day, you can tell your child, I want you going to school, you could be a lawyer. If I pay for it, you could be a lawyer. But at the end of the day, if their talent is within their hands in building, that's what they're going to be passionate about. So as much as you force them to go to law school, they're not going to do well. So it's about us tapping into what it is that these kids are best at. Finding, and the Youth Empowerment Program, it does not discriminate, especially academically. Most youth programs I find out there, you have to have a 2.5 or a 3 point. we work towards that. We work on that weakness, but we find that strength and make it so strong that it can elevate the weakness.
And you find that the youth empowerment program, it has made better students, right?
Yes, sir.
Students who were not doing well, they were able to improve on their academic performances as well, eh?
Definitely, because with me personally, I feel as if I have to stay active. The minute I give my brain a break, it gets recessive and it starts to forget things easily. So as president of the as president of the Student Association and president of my district, I had no weekends to myself. My parents barely saw me because every day I had a different district. Every weekend I have a different YEB event. And so it builds on your character. And I think that's one of the pillars of YEP, molding you for the world stage. And I think with me, like I tell Mr. Munro, with me, I feel as if YEP has done its job in molding me for the world stage. Thank you.
Let's take a final break here, Chris Curry, very well said. We take this final break on our program, and we're going to show a video in the last segment of our program. We'll come right back.